just finished reading Valdor, so here's my review. First thing I want to touch on is like the dynamic contrast comparison of modern 40k to like pre-Horus Heresy. Like this is the actual foundation, the bedrock of everything we see in modern 40k. The Astartes, most of the technology, the religious zealotry, we all get to see small aspects of it all within this story. I mean that literally, like it goes from the warriors, the building structures they were doing, the armies, the legions, the companies, all that stuff was just again the foundation to what we have now. I think that was just peak to read. At least to me, because in this regard, Valdor would be my first like pre-modern 40k book. Another thing I really liked was Astarte, the scientist that helped innovate and advance all the genealogical technologies. It's that the reason I like it is because one of my favorite characters is Cawl, and seeing the comparison between the two, because she was the pre-Horus Heresy Cawl. I don't know if he existed around then, but she was the prominent science head around there. But her major weakness was her humanity, and to see that the Emperor improved on that notion, something that Cawl could technically rebel, but he wouldn't have a reason to because of that lack of free thinking, for lack of a better term. He's not going to be like, you know what? Best course of action is to fuck with the Emperor right now. Nah, he wouldn't think about that. Then there's Valdor himself, which peak character for real. The intricacies, like the inhumanity and the peak of humanity is just like perfect to me. I was gonna use peak too many times there. I feel like people would describe Valdor as a badass or stoic, but I feel like his character's too complex for those things. Because I won't say necessarily, there's certain aspects of emotion that I feel like you need or be able to understand in order to be considered a badass. Like being able to overcome fear or stuff like that. Like he's literally fearless to the concept, you could say. It's literally genetically altered out of him. So I don't know if you can just call him a badass, because like he's badass to us, but to him, he's just doing his shit. He's doing his duty, and that's what I rock with. Specifically in the series where he has to deal with the like first Primarch. I mean, like, yeah, these genetic deficiencies, I don't know if we can really trust him, which ends up leading on to him having to put down that very first Primarch. And then he finds out from Malcador that the Emperor made actual Primarchs who are referred to as his own sons, which Valdor is already kind of like suspicious of because of what literally just happened. And that still carries on to modern. I mean, outside of before he met Gilliman, I think he's still even wary about Gilliman to some degree, but Gilliman changed his outlook a little bit. All in all, despite the Custodes as like a whole not being represented with it, I mean, outside, what was it, Samulus? You got Samulus, you got a little shining, but the Custodes as a whole didn't really get shine in this book. But this Valdor made me rock with Custodes hard, because again, it's the mindset of them, bro. It's like they're actual warriors. Like they don't think like humans think, and I love that concept of them, especially when they're like they did in the series, when we're reading scenarios or looking at scenarios from Valdor's point of view, or Valdor's eyes, where he's just like, this is stupid as fuck. Like, why would someone feel this way about this thing? Or him being like, human emotions isn't something I can properly process, but I can tell in this moment that yada yada. Like I love those moments. This is easily my second favorite series / book about everything I've read so far. It hasn't been a lot, but this is up there. Now I have a question. What other books out there have Valdor as a prominent role? Specifically, I want to read interactions with Valdor and like the current, or not current, but the Primarchs during the Horus Heresy era of things. I feel I want to, those dynamics I feel like just peak. I've been missing out about that. Like I get modern, I'm a bit more on the modern, so like the actual Primarch interacting things I haven't got to experience yet. But yeah, let me know.